Queer theory is a field of study that has gained significant attention in recent years. It questions what we think about gender and sexuality, challenging the traditional norms and binaries that have long been accepted. It says our ideas are not natural or inherent. They are created by society, shaped by cultural, historical, and social influences over time. This field is about more than just being gay or lesbian. It encompasses a wide range of identities and experiences. It looks at how power works in society, examining the structures that privilege some while marginalizing others. It asks why some identities are accepted and celebrated, while others are stigmatized and excluded. Queer theory wants us to rethink our assumptions and question the status quo. It pushes us to see the world in new ways, encouraging a more inclusive and fluid understanding of identity. It is about challenging the idea of a fixed and stable identity, recognizing that identity can be complex and multifaceted. Queer theory is about change and fluidity, embracing the ever-evolving nature of human experience. It embraces difference and challenges the norm, advocating for a world where everyone can be their true selves. It is a powerful tool for understanding the complexities of human identity, offering insights that can lead to greater acceptance and equality for all. And Judith Butler. So with that said, being supported by many philosophers throughout the past decades, with philosophical application, queer theory indeed challenges the idea of a gender binary. This binary says there are only two genders, male and female. Queer theory says this is too simple. It argues that gender is not determined by biology. Instead, it is something we perform and express. Gender is fluid and can change over time. Similarly, queer theory questions the idea of a fixed sexual orientation. It suggests that sexuality is a spectrum, not a set of categories. Queer theory encourages us to think beyond traditional categories. It opens up possibilities for understanding the diversity of human experience. Traditional academic approaches often reinforce dominant norms. They may not fully account for the experiences of marginalized groups. Queer theory critiques these limitations. It challenges the idea of objective knowledge. It argues that all knowledge is shaped by power relations. For example, traditional psychology once viewed homosexuality as a mental illness. In 1973, however, the American Psychiatric Association, or APA, initiated the removal of homosexuality from the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, better known in the field of psychology today as the DSM. It was not completely expunged until 1987. The APA went a step further to ensure that civil rights legislation and the protection under civil law would apply to homosexual citizens, just like it would for heterosexual citizens. In other words, homosexuality was no longer diagnosed as a mental disorder, or better yet, as a disease, for a lack of a better term, if you will. This view reflected the biases of the time, not scientific truth. Queer theory demands that we question traditional ways of thinking. It calls for a more inclusive and just approach to knowledge production. Fighting for equality with queer activism. Queer theory is not just an academic pursuit. It is deeply connected to social justice movements. Queer activists fight for equal rights and recognition. They challenge discrimination based on sexual orientation and gender identity. From the Stonewall riots to the fight for marriage equality, queer activism has made significant strides. It has changed laws and shifted public opinion. Queer theory provides a framework for understanding these struggles. It helps us analyze power dynamics and advocate for social change. The birth of homosexuality, a contested term. The term homosexuality was coined in the 19th century by Carolee Maria Benkert. It was initially used to describe same-sex attraction as a medical condition. This medicalization of same-sex desire had harmful consequences. It pathologized LGBTQ+ individuals and led to stigma and discrimination. Queer theory challenges the legacy of this term. It argues that homosexuality is a social construct, not a natural category. While the term is still widely used, queer theory encourages us to be mindful of its history and the power dynamics it embodies. Ancient echoes, modern voices, philosophical perspectives on same-sex desire. Discussions about same-sex desire are not new. They have been part of human thought for millennia. Philosophers have grappled with these issues for centuries, delving into the nature of love and desire. Plato's Symposium, for example, explores different forms of love, including same-sex love. This ancient text is a cornerstone in understanding the philosophical discourse on love. It suggests that love can transcend physical desire and encompass intellectual and spiritual connections, offering a holistic view of human relationships. Taoism, an ancient Chinese philosophy, views sexuality as a natural part of life. It emphasizes harmony and balance in all aspects of existence. It does not privilege one form of sexual expression over another, advocating for a more inclusive understanding of human sexuality. Queer theory draws on these historical and philosophical conversations, integrating them into contemporary discussions. It helps us understand the complexities of desire and identity across cultures and time periods, providing a richer, more nuanced perspective on human relationships. The enduring legacy of queer theory. Queer theory has had a profound impact on academia and beyond. It has transformed how we think about gender, sexuality, and identity. It has influenced fields like literature, film studies, and sociology. It has also shaped legal and political debates about LGBTQ+ rights. Queer theory's influence continues to grow. It provides a vital lens for understanding the challenges and possibilities of our time. Its legacy is one of challenging norms, embracing difference, and fighting for social justice.